And here we go, MPWF fan base. Up next, we have ourselves the second Money in the Bank qualifying match of the evening, and the second Money in the Bank qualifying matchup of the Money in the Bank ladder matchup. And here comes the brand new Cruiserweight champion, El Negro. And what a week El Negro had for himself last week. Back to the tribute to the Truth show on MPWF RAW last week, where he defeated White Boy Fresh for the Cruiserweight Championship. He then went on to SmackDown to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. And now El Negro finds himself in singles competition here with the opportunity to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder matchup. This could prove to be the best month in El Negro's career. He could become the Cruiserweight Champion and Mr. Money in the Bank. He could be the first person in the history of wrestling to hold the Cruiserweight Championship and the Undisputed Championship at the same time. You talk about the ability to make history at WrestleMania. You talk about the ability to make history in the MPWF. Then look no further than El Negro. As this crowd gets behind El Negro each and every week, more and more fans start to cheer El Negro in the ring. And it's because of how well he's been doing recently. You have to compliment the style. You have to compliment how well El Negro has been doing. And tonight he is focused. Tonight he is ready to perhaps become Mr. Money in the Bank. And listen to this, guys. A huge ovation here tonight for Brian Adams here by this Denver, Colorado crowd. This is very shocking. Maybe it's because they saw a friendship between Chandrella Johnson and Michelle McCool. In fact, I don't even think that was friendship. I think Chandrella Johnson was just protecting Michelle McCool from the deviousness of Cleopatra. But nonetheless, this crowd looks like they are pumped for this singles matchup here tonight. They are cheering the living hell out of Brian Adams. They cheered El Negro, and this should make for a great contest here on MPWF RAW. Brian Adams, the most improved superstar of 2010. There has been nobody in the MPWF who has improved the way Brian Adams has, and he has a huge opportunity to get the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania. All he has to do is get through the uber-impressive Cruiserweight champion El Negro. Like I said, this is going to be a great matchup between two young guns here in the MPWF with an opportunity of a lifetime to be a part of Money in the Bank. And Brian Adams in the face of El Negro. What a backhand there by El Negro. We said before, this is a huge opportunity here tonight for both of these men. As the crowd here in Denver cheering for both guys, and El Negro now looks to do something off the top rope here, setting up for a tornado DDT off the top rope, and connects there on Brian Adams, or Lucha DDT, whatever you call it, take it the way you see it. And now going for a cover here, two, and Brian Adams gets the shoulder up. Now El Negro bouncing off the ropes here. Brian Adams out with a hip toss takeover there on El Negro. So Brian Adams' woman, his girlfriend Michelle McCool, was unsuccessful earlier tonight. Brian Adams doesn't want to continue that role. He wants to continue with success. Now Brian Adams now turning El Negro around, throwing him into the ropes here. And now look at the strength of Brian Adams. Brian Adams is a big dude. This guy is not small whatsoever. With the size of Brian Adams. And El Negro now with a hip toss. And El Negro is a pretty big cruiserweight as well. So I mean, El Negro definitely has a speed advantage in this matchup. And going for the senton. Brian Adams moves out the way, and now Brian Adams with the elbow drop. Look at the athleticism of Brian Adams. Extremely athletic is this kid. Now he picks up El Negro, and now with a backhand of his own. Now going for the cover here. That could be it. We go 1, 2, and I'll kick out there. El Negro able to shoot the shoulder up now. And Brian Adams with a bulldog takeover there on El Negro. So Brian Adams, formerly known as #1, he didn't even have a name when we came on SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. He was a part of Michelle's Boys with his other two brothers, number 2 and 3. And Brian Adams, when 2 and 3, when he broke away from them, don't forget, he chose to leave his two brothers alone and go out with Michelle McCool by himself. Then he had a pretty intense feud with Sean Sugar Shane Stevens and Chandrella Johnson. And since then, Brian Adams has been picking up victories and has been extremely impressive in the MPWF. More shoulder block there by El Negro, taking Brian Adams off the rope. And El Negro from the top rope, the senton splash to the outside of the ring. El Negro using his speed here, now heading back to the top rope once more, but deciding to stay inside the ring this time. And El Negro telling Brian Adams to get inside the ring. Brian Adams looks a bit frustrated here. And Brian Adams was, I don't think he expected El Negro to be as fast as he was. That's the same mistake White Boy Fresh made. You see Brian Adams now pacing up and down on the apron. Not too happy about El Negro. Now El Negro with a shoulder block now, taking Brian Adams off the apron here. Brian Adams took too long, and now El Negro going for the senton off that top rope, and missing this time. My God. landing spine first on the outside of the ring. And Brian Adams dropping an elbow, adding insult to injury, now picking El Negro back up. Said, when you watch the Money in the Bank ladder matchup at WrestleMania, expect to see many people crashing and burning in that matchup. So we already saw that Richard Hawkins has advanced to the Money in the Bank ladder matchup. He is the first participant of that contest. Well, clothesline there by Brian Adams. So the winner has the opportunity to cash in Money in the Bank anytime in the next year for any championship in the MPWF. They could cash it in on the YouTube Championship, the Hardcore Championship. Well, if you're a cruiserweight, you can cash in on the Cruiserweight Championship. If you're, well, there's no female, so I guess you can't cash in on the women's title, but you can cash it in on the big one, the big prize, the Undisputed Championship, and it is pretty much a guaranteed world title. No one has lost Money in the Bank. Sorry, nobody has lost a world title matchup if they were Money in the Bank. You cannot lose. It is impossible. You choose when and where. Your opponent could be coming out of a hospital after a car accident, and you could choose to cash in Money in the Bank on them then. Is that devious as hell and skeevy as hell? Of course it is. But you could cash it in anytime you want, and then you will become the next champion of your choice. It is up to you. Now you see Brian Adams just beating the hell out of El Negro here. Now picking El Negro up. That strength is definitely coming an advantage so far. And here comes another reverse inverted DDT there by Brian Adams. Adams now picking up El Negro. They're going to finish him off here. Irish whip now trying to send El Negro to the outside of the ring. El Negro, though, holding onto the ropes, trying to keep himself balanced. And a shoulder block takeover there by Brian Adams. It's been a great match thus far between these two young guns. And now going for a submission here at the chin lock. But it's a rope break, and it's up to Brian Adams to see if he's going to hold on to the rope. And yes, he does. Even though El Negro is underneath the rope, Brian Adams is looking to use that count to his advantage, weaken El Negro as much as he can before he is forced to let go. And now Brian Adams now with a headlock on El Negro. Now Snapmare takeover. And again back at that chin lock away from the rope this time. Now El Negro has no choice but to get to the rope and fight back. And El Negro there with a headbutt is fighting back. El Negro now bouncing off the ropes. And now neckbreaker takedown there by El Negro. Negro trying everything he possibly can in this match to fight back. Now there's a shoulder block takeover there by El Negro. El Negro again with another shoulder block here. And El Negro finds himself back to the top rope here. Looking to descend on Brian Adams. El Negro off the top here for that blockbuster net breaker off the top rope. And El Negro now starting to find the momentum in this matchup. Brian Adams is weakened. Brian Adams getting up now. And El Negro saying that he's going to start this one off. He's going to set it up here. And look at these guys fighting back and forth here. El Negro now throwing Brian Adams into the turnbuckle here. And oh, hang on a second. El Negro inadvertently got the referee. And this Kid Mysterio. Wait, hang on a second. Hey, did I see what I just thought I saw? Did Kid Mysterio just hand Brian Adams a steel chair? And now Kid Mysterio pushing the referee towards the pin. You gotta be kidding me. Did I just witness what Kid Mysterio just handed Brian Adams that steel chair? And now Kid Mysterio now stomping away at El Negro on the inside of the ring. What the hell is this about? I mean, we saw a little frustration in Kid Mysterio earlier, but I mean, Kid Mysterio assaulting El Negro, and we have no idea why. Why would Kid Mysterio do this? And is that what it's about? Kid Mysterio now with the Cruiserweight Championship. Has Kid Mysterio broken up this friendship for the Cruiserweight title? I don't know what to say, but we're backstage with Tiffany and the MPWF chairman. I mean, what opportunity, big plans here. Now, hang on a second. Craig David and Antonio Goldman with each other in the locker room. You can see tensions rising here as we progress to our main event of the evening. Still to come, that steel cage match for the Undisputed Championship as Yamasaki Ishino will take on Antonio Goldman.